Okay, so today we're going to do a deep dive into this nightclub shooting in New York City.
Yeah.
We've got some reports, some witness accounts, and I think our goal today is going to be to really try to piece together
Mm-hmm.
exactly what happened at Amazura nightclub
Right.
in Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah, this one is a situation where it seems like the more we find out, the more questions
Oh,
we have. So let's
exactly.
unpack it carefully and see what we can.
Yeah, let's set the scene a little bit, right?
Okay.
We've got a private event happening,
Mm-hmm.
about 90 people inside the club.
Okay.
It's just before 11:20 on a Saturday night.
All right.
So you can practically feel the energy, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a scene that so many of us, are
Yeah,
familiar with,
for sure.
which makes it that much more unsettling when you think about what happens next.
Right, yeah. So out of nowhere,
Okay.
4 men appear, and they open fire on this crowd.
Wow.
And we're
Yeah.
talking at least 30 rounds discharged here.
Oh, my God.
Now, thankfully, nobody was killed,
Okay.
but there were 10 people injured,
Mm-hmm.
6 men and 4 women, all between the ages of 16 and 20.
That's scary. It really makes you think about just how quickly a sense of, safety can just
Yeah.
shatter in a moment like that.
Absolutely.
1 minute you're waiting in line, anticipating a fun night,
Right.
and the next you're literally in the middle of a barrage of gunfire.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And, while everybody's trying to make sense of this chaos,
Yeah.
the attackers, they flee on foot.
Okay.
And then they hop into a waiting car.
Oh, right.
Not just any car. A light-colored sedan with out-of-state plates.
Okay. So now that's a detail that really starts to pique my interest.
Right.
It adds a whole other dimension to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Does it point to a planned attack?
Mm-hmm.
Were these people trying to make it harder for the police to trace them?
Right.
Or could it even be like a red herring?
Yeah.
Something to throw off investigators?
Yeah. These are such good points. And it feels like we're trying to solve a puzzle here, right?
Exactly.
We've got all these pieces of information, but the motive is totally unclear.
That's the big mystery, right? And
Mhm.
that's where the real, investigation, I think,
Mm-hmm.
begins.
Yeah.
The police are already looking into potential gang connections.
Okay.
And you have to wonder, if this wasn't random,
Mm-hmm.
then was it, a rivalry that boiled over, or like a turf war,
Yeah.
or even a targeted hit?
Right. And to add another layer to
Yeah.
this,
Mm.
this shooting happened on the same day as that horrific incident in New Orleans,
Right.
which was officially labeled as a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
But in this case, the authorities have said that they do not believe
Yeah.
that terrorism is the motive here.
Well, and that makes sense when you think about it, right? I mean, the out-of-state plates, they kind of suggest something more localized, more personal, maybe?
Yeah, and Chief Rivera's statement reinforces that, he condemned this violence,
Yeah.
urged anybody with information to please come forward.
Mm-hmm.
And he emphasized how important the community's role is
Right.
in helping solve crimes like this.
Absolutely. And that's such a crucial point. Community involvement is so key.
Yes.
I mean, it could be anything witnesses,
Right.
security footage, even just like seemingly insignificant details.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the thing that helps investigators,
Yeah.
really make a breakthrough.
So where does this leave us? We've got this terrifying event, thankfully no fatalities.
Yeah.
But the why is just kind of hanging in the air.
Right.
Is this a sign of, escalating gang violence? Is this
Yeah.
a personal vendetta?
Hmm?
Or is it something else entirely?
That's the question.
Yeah.
And it's a really stark reminder that violence can just erupt so unexpectedly,
It can.
like even in places that we think of as safe.
Yeah.
So while this, specific incident may remain a mystery for now. Mm-hmm.
It really does compel us to kind of think about the larger
Yeah.
issues of safety in our communities, right?
Yeah, that's right.